This video is the overview of Lane's platform functions for synchronous learning design. In synchronous learning, it's very important the interaction of trainer with learners, with participants. Lane's platform has wide variety of different opportunities to interact and communicate. It can be done with the voice. There is a chat, which can be used for interaction, for team interaction and for support if need some help. Interaction as well can be fulfilled with the help of emoji. You may see here several. For example, this one, or it can be inside, or can be question, or it can be love and funny. In the virtual training room, there is on the left side a content area, and on the right side it's the workspace. Trainer's avatar may be in the content area, or it can move to the main grid, and it will be displayed in the main grid only. This is how it looks like. To get the content in the content area, at the stage of development, T&D expert plans the training, adds activities, and tries to vision the whole training process, how those activities will go in order in the virtual training room, with some tips and help to trainer, and as well some descriptions of the activities, instructions for the participants. The content can be video. Trainer and participants are watching and listening to video or audio at the same time, synchronously. So they are like participating in that activity together in a full group. Trainer can change to the next activity with the help of button next. Besides trainer's materials, learners may participate in different exercises, do some polls, and be more actively engaged in the training. Activities on lanes can be fulfilled individually, in a full group, or in teams. This is the example of poll activity. How does it look like in the virtual training room? This is the example of a brainstorm activity. And how does it look like in the virtual training room? It's the example of quiz. That's the activity in a full group. For communication skills development, trainer may use fishbowl activity. And there can be, as well, given some observation. One more opportunity for interaction in synchronous learning on lanes is whiteboard, and you can find it in supplementary materials. For example, for expectations from the session. To design a teamwork in synchronous learning on lanes, instructional designer may plan exercise. Trainer may drag and drop participants, change the places in the teams, change the name of the team, and add groups if needed. For communication skills development, there is one more activity which can be designed in synchronous learning on lanes. It's role-playing game. In role-playing game, participants are working in different teams and they can see the instructions for their roles. Trainer can manage and control the training process with the help of training content button. Can jump in between the activities, change the order, and go to another activity if it's needed. It's present interliner for trainer, some tips and hints, and description for participants. This is how participants can view that. Without interliner already, only the description of the task. There are some activities where there is a need of the task to be individual and to be fulfilled by a participant in the individual room. Let's take a look at the example of a feedback form designed on lanes. And again, it's a green indicator, which shows that participant completed feedback form. On lanes, there can be set time for activities. There are two stopwatch. One is the time, the duration of the stage, another one is the duration of the whole activity. Trainer may change, edit the time in the process of a training. There is a screen sharing option on lanes. Trainer may decide to share the screen if finds it relevant and needed, like in this case. To guide engagement and to manage group dynamics, on lanes there are several tips for a trainer. For example, in poll activity on lanes, there are green indicators on the avatars of your participants, and you may find out who completed the activity. If it's collaboration in teams and exercise, then by the end of the exercise there will be visible that the team completed the task with the green indicator for trainer. In brainstorm activity with voting, when one completes voting, it will be reflected with a green indicator. Trainer as well can see by the indicator that the participant left the activity, left the training room, maybe using another tab. This is how it looks like. So the results of different group and individual activities on lanes can be writing and recorded ideas, can be sharing some ideas, offering them, voting, speaking, creating, working on whiteboard. And trainer may vary the activities and jump in between them with the help of training content button. Can choose the needed activity and can manage the content designed for the training. If synchronous learning includes some additional materials for the session or the class, on lanes, these materials can be designed in pre or post work materials, as it is present here pre work materials and post work materials. For example, feedback form as a post training evaluation. When virtual training is completed in synchronous learning, a participant may look through and download summary. The summary includes the whole content, ideas, the tasks and activities results, some notes. The notes participant could make during the virtual training. If our participant doesn't download it immediately, anyway the summary appears in the personal account after the training. This video was the overview of all the functions and opportunities Lane's platform can give for synchronous online learning.